Yo guys, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle and welcome to a 44-minute stream today. We have gained 1 more minute of daily chess training, and I have definitely done my fair share of chess today because I played in an open tournament, an open rapid play, and yeah, it went pretty well. Also, welcome Shay. Yo yo yo. I scored 4 out of 6. I got 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. And yeah, it's been a while since I've had such a good event, especially for an open tournament. And I think one of the best things about the tournament for me was the fact that I didn't make a single silly blunder. And I don't know how long you guys have been following my journey, but basically, blundering is like second nature, at least once, right? In any tournament. But the fact that I went the whole tournament without a silly blunder is like really remarkable. So yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at my games. I didn't get to, I notated some of it, and I really like these old score sheets because you also have this back page that has like a board, an empty board, and you can use it. Well, normally in the past it was used for adjournments. Nowadays adjournments aren't really a thing, but it's very useful if you've got like a critical position from the game that you want to have a look at later. You can notate it on that board while it's fresh in your memory, and then you can go home and have a look. So I haven't looked at anything yet. I'm going to be looking at it fresh on stream. So yeah, let's get into it. So round 1, I was playing a 2200 called Suraj, I believe. I can't really read his handwriting. I don't remember exactly how to spell his name, so I'm not gonna put his name here for now. Oh, I also put the black pieces. Wait, orientation black? Why is this the wrong way around? I have no idea why it was the wrong way around. Okay, let's have a look. So I started with c6 because I'm playing Garganitza. Welcome, Josh. How has your evening been? Are you feeling hyped from the tournament? What's your general vibe? As you can probably tell, my general vibe is wanting to go to bed. But I do want to input these games. I haven't had the chance to yet. Maybe discuss some thoughts. So here, so I'm gonna make some comments here. So normally against 2c4, I play 2d5 in order to reach a pseudo Panov, which I've studied. However, since my opponent was 22-250, I wanted to confuse them instead. And here, the point being is that after I played g6, my opponent played d4. And here, my opponent could have played knight c3. This is the move I like to avoid. What's the right way to phrase this? Like, this, yeah, the move I like to avoid, hence I normally play for 2d5. After this move, I'd have to resort to typical style play with d6 instead. So yeah, basically this I took a chance because most people don't really understand the nuances of these lines, and I guess in fairness, like, my opponent also doesn't know like what I'm going to play, right? Like maybe they're expecting me to play d6, so why would they ever start with knight c3 first? But this is why I'm normally playing d5 in this position. But yeah, I took a gamble, and now now we are getting favorable pseudo Panov lines where d4 has been played as opposed to some of the rapid knight developments / queen b3 critical lines. And basically there's this line in the pseudo Panov, let me see if I can remember it, where if we go down this road here, there's some queen, there's some line, maybe with knight f3, and if g6 then there's like queen b3. I think there's some really annoying line here with like bishop b5, bishop d7. Is this the one? Knight e5. Yeah, and this knight e4. It's like it's some really tough position. And I'll put unclear. Objectively equal but horrendous for black to play. Yeah, so okay, Josh says, I tried to put my games into Leicester study, but I can't remember them well. I crashed completely after the tournament. I didn't sleep well the night before, so I used up every last bit of energy playing it. Yeah, but feeling good from the performance, right? Yeah, that's honestly like I think the perfect place to be after a tournament. Like if you're not like exhausted, then I think you can put a bit more energy into it. But yeah, awesome to hear the great result, Josh. Like yeah, really great. And welcome fast to the stream. I saw you beat Kais in the final round, so you finished, I believe, on 3.5, which is still a really good score for open. I mean, you're bottom seed according to rating, which I know. Okay, you're not actually 1800, but yeah, like still, congrats on the result as well. So yeah, my opponent played d5 here. He took. And at this moment, yeah, I played, wait, is this exactly what happened? This isn't what happened. E takes d5, c d5. And he went knight c3, I went knight f6. He went c d4, and here I had to make a big choice. Because I know that knight takes d5 is equalizing, but bishop g7 is actually what I've studied. This is actually my line. Welcome, Safsara. You got 3. Okay. Did you lose the final round? I saw your position was pretty tough. I think you were pawn down. Yeah, tough day. Tough day. So I'm pretty sure. Knight d5, yeah, is the move. But I haven't studied these pseudo Panov lines. I knew this is the main move and objectively the best, but normally I avoid playing this move since I'm afraid of the line shown after 2d5. Yeah. Therefore, I didn't really know the theory here, and since this is the main line, this is certainly risky to go down against a 2250. 2250 whose main choice of opening versus Caro is the pseudo Panov. Okay, yeah. So that's why I didn't go for this knight takes d5. And I went for this bishop g7 instead. And if bishop c4, I would have castled, and then I would have played this knight a6 move. I feel like knight f3 is the main move I've looked at. Isn't there some like knight a6, knight c7? I swear this is like... I must have a slightly different position in mind. See, these pseudo Panov lines are so annoying because I've spent so long like learning them. And I still don't understand it properly. Let me try and let me see what was my actual preparation against this pseudo Panov. I'm so confused because I had some preparation here, which I won't reveal completely. Aha, so it's this position not taking back on d5, and now this knight a6, which is top engine move. And knight d7 here isn't working because of d3, right? Ah, interesting. Okay. So actually, that's very interesting. So bishop g7, what was actually played? He played queen a4, so he deviated. But yeah. Interestingly, knight d7 is best. Had the position had the same position been reached with castles instead of d4, this knight d7 would be an inaccuracy due to any knight b6 being met with d3. Here there is no d3, hence knight d7 to knight b6 is a good plan. For the record, when castles instead of d4 position is reached, we should play for knight a6, knight c7 instead. Okay, so yeah, good to be reminded about that. I completely forgot all these nuances. And I probably will forget again, but after a few more times, I think I'll begin to remember. So after queen a4, I played the move knight d7, and then he went g3. I'm like way out of book already. He went bishop g2. I played knight b6. He went queen b3, and here I went e6. And I was feeling like really happy about this because yeah, then like I'm really getting active. So I seem to remember, stopped notating here, but I seem to remember he went knight e2. I simply took back. I think he just castled. And then I needed a way to try and get my bishop out. But the problem is if I try and get the bishop out, I'm basically losing this. And things got very hairy for a short while. I played queen d6, I think. Because I wanted to play something like this. He attacked, I believe he attacked my queen. I went all the way back. And then what happened? Don't remember. Yeah, I unfortunately don't remember. He somehow got both knights extremely active, and I was really under some pressure. But then I managed to just neutralize it all, and then I just got this better endgame, and then I managed to reach a pawn endgame that I believe is winning, which is this position here. But I'm gonna come back to that in a second. I don't remember what happened. Did I? I definitely took with this knight. I'm pretty sure I played queen d6 here. I just don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember what happened. What is top engine saying? Just saying it's equal. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so now we've uh end of memory. I'll put. So let's go through with an engine and see if we can clarify any of these moments. So okay, let me catch up with chat as well. I played flawlessly apart from hanging a piece and an exchange. The rest of the games were clean. Nice. Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, like still, even in the open section, like games can still be decided by just like one move blunders. And that's actually something I did really, really well today, was that I didn't make any one move blunders. Like I really played. I didn't make any blunders actually. Like I mean, okay, no, I had like, I had moves that like the engine might consider a blunder, but like I didn't make any like silly blunders, right? Like any just hanging something for no reason. I reviewed my game with Caius and I had 98% accuracy, 7 center point loss. It was a perfect game on my part. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, fast. If you have that game, definitely. If you wouldn't mind sending it to me, I can send it to Caius in case he's forgotten it. Maybe he can learn something from it as well. Yeah, honestly, like Safsar and Arab, like you guys were getting on my nerves. I'm not gonna lie. In that last round, like honestly, I don't know, like where your head's at with these tournaments. Like just completely. I mean, I'm glad you guys are having fun, but at some point you've got to like get in the zone, right, and get serious. And I know you are like, your pairings aren't out yet, but you gotta have some respect for the people around you, right? Like if the other people around you are actually trying to play a tournament, like don't like just troll them, like like have some respect. But yeah. I mean, Faz, basically, I was talking to Caius in the car, and he said, like, this line with B4, he'd actually looked into, because he'd lost to someone who played it online, and he felt like he knew what he was doing, but I guess he just didn't, like, see, I don't know, didn't prepare it deep enough, or understand it deep enough. Yeah, the final standings online, anyway, I can't find them either. It's so annoying. Like, I don't know what this Leicester Rapidplay are doing. I don't even know if I've won a prize or something. It's like, I may never receive an email from them. It's just like, the organization, man. There was a QR code for them, I believe. Aha. If you have the QR code or the results, Faz, I would love to see them. Yes, I'm sorry. If you could post them on Discord, that would be much appreciated. But I would also do you understand what I was saying about you and Arab like messing around like just before round, like I mean it needs like I mean this isn't on. That's what I'm trying to say. So I would appreciate if you could acknowledge this at least. I mean, I don't know, like. But yeah, anyway, let's have a look. So yeah, so this was the moment where I played Bishop G7 here, and this is the line that I've studied a bit more, where basically in the pseudo panel, it's most common just to take back the pawn on D5, but there are always like some tricky lines where the king gets under a bit of pressure. So basically, I really like these lines where I basically try and get castled first. I'll write this here as well, actually. I prefer Bishop G7 before knight takes D5 in general, since we get castled soon. Yeah. So Queen A4, and I remember almost always blocking with knight when Queen A4 check is played. Yeah, and then I castled, knight B6. Oh, I actually ended up playing a5, but when did I play a5? I played a5 later at some point. I think it was maybe around here. Queen d6. When did he play a4? Okay, perfect, Faz. Yeah, I'd love to see it. You sent on Lichess. Check it out. The results. Okay, let me see. Well, I haven't received anything on Ponziani Ghost. That's the account that I'm on. So if you send me a message on Ponziani Ghost, then I can open it up, Safsara. Yeah, somehow, what happened here? So okay, this knight b6, and is e6 a good move? Okay, it's decent. It's decent. Yeah, and I definitely played this a5 move at some point, but when? Interesting to see. B6 bishop b7 is actually strong. I'll put, for some reason I didn't consider this. Only considered bishop d7, bishop c6. Yeah. I wish I could remember the next move, because I feel like if I could remember the next move, then I have a feeling it could have been this. Nah, you know what? I don't remember. I don't remember what I played here. I also played rook e8 at some point. I don't remember. I don't remember. But okay, at least like the opening, yeah, had some reminders of like how to play. And yeah, basically, I think what's going to be really interesting is having a look at this pawn endgame again. Check conversations. Oh yeah, let's have a look. Aha, you have center. Okay. Apologies. Let's have a look. Aha, there we go. Wait. Why? So this is the starting list? Okay, I can actually put my opponent's name. What a name, by the way. That's like putting Pragananda's name to shame, whose name I still can't pronounce. Okay, so let me post this link somewhere. I don't know where I can post this. I'd want to post it in chat. Okay, let me post this link in chat. One sec. I'm just gonna use this "Be Right Back" from C3 Venom. Okay. Right. So copy. Okay, so send the link on chat for people if they want to check it out. So standings. I see. What's MWN? Muns. Yeah. Oh, performance rating of 2250. Let's go. Let's go. Love to see it. Love to see it. Wow, Jonathan Fowler only finished on 2. That's surprising to me. Like, he played really, really well against me. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. Did Arif lose his last round, by the way? Like, I saw his... He's like the only person who I haven't caught up with since the end of the tournament, so... oh, this is just the open? Oh, we can't check for other standings. Oh, and you can actually see all the detail. Why don't they just... Why are they doing this all in Leicestershire Junior chess? Like, what are they doing? Just upload it on chess results. Bruh. But yeah, anyway, cool to see the results. So thank you, Safsara, for uploading that. But yeah, let's get back to it. So also, since the release of C3 Venom, we literally gained like 50 subs. So that's pretty cool. Oh, he managed to draw? Nice. Yeah, because yeah, Tara was up in exchange, I think. And I guess somehow Arif managed to fight back, so yeah, that's impressive. Click on the arrow and find the section. Okay, let me... Oh, there's an arrow beside. Hey, that's not on me. That's on me. That's terrible UI. That's terrible UI. Alright, let's see the final standings. So it's Safsara on 3 points. I'm glad you played Major. Ah, can you actually qualify for Inter? I guess you can't, Safsara. Your rating's gone up a decent amount. Interesting. And the Inter... Oh, outright second place from Josh. Let's go. That's definitely prize money. And Arrow on 4. Great stuff. Oh, Tara won it? Yo, that's wild. Tara won the Inter? She's like 10 years old. That's crazy. Ah, actually... Oh, Tara was the player you lost to. Oh wait, no, that's someone else. Where's Josh's results? Oh, it was also Tara that you lost to in that end game. That's crazy. Yeah, I know Tara because I helped coached the under-11 Leicester team for one weekend. Like there was some tournament and I went along with them. And Tara was, I think, the board 2 of the team. Under 9 Leicestershire team, and Tara was board 2. And yeah, she's pretty strong, but not that strong. So the fact that she's actually winning an Inter, this is like some huge progress. I was playing a tilting 2200 for one of the games at 2000 FI days. Those were my 2 losses. Aha, I see. So good tournament then. I'm gonna be mad about that for another week. I didn't realize it was Tara you were playing, Josh. That's so funny. I just assumed it was gonna be someone else, but no. Damn. And how about the lower ones? I mean, Zane ended up playing in the wrong section. Zane ended up playing in the improvers. And I think he won every game. He scored 6 out of 6. So, yeah, he should probably be playing up. But yeah, let's go back to our studies. So this was actually the end game I reached And my opponent had just played king e2. I can't remember where the king was. Oh god, it's such a mess. So I played the move king e7. And these are like all the candidate moves, right? These two moves. But the thing is, I've got to be very careful, right? Because if white plays the move b4, I need to be careful that he's not making a queen, right? So I played king e7 because I wanted to stay within the square, right? Like if I take and he pushes, then I can be in the square. But at this moment, he went b4, and I completely started to see ghosts. In this position, I played the move f4 because I basically wanted to just make a draw. I had like really low time. Alright, I had 30 seconds at this point, and started to see ghosts. I knew that f4 was a sure draw, so that's what I went for in the end. Yeah, so basically this, yeah, I started to see some ghosts. I mean, this is obviously a threat, right? So I need to take. But there are so many things. There's so many things to calculate. Like this is one option. This is one option, and this is one option as well. You've got like all of these different moves. Maybe even king d3 potentially is an option as well, right? So let's try and calculate each one. So in this position, for the record, in this starting position, f4 takes could also be working. I mean, if I'd taken here, then this is what I was worried about. But yeah, we'll come back to that later. This was the moment I really needed to calculate. So yeah, if I were to take let's have a look at each one. So if a5, I'm not in the square, right? I'm not in the square. If I push and they push, then I can push and I queen. So if I take and they push and I push and they come king here, I could come king here. But then I was very worried about capture and some kind of race where they could push and somehow I was too slow. Like I want to play it out. This is somehow what I was worried about. Something like this, and then maybe a capture here, and then basically playing this. This was what I was not able to see, and I was thinking I might even be losing this, right? Maybe I am. Because I can't play this because he'll give check, so I have to go this way. Then he pushes. Yeah, I can see myself losing this. So this is what I was imagining. But after this push, b3, king d3. What I can do here, which is what I missed, I think I can push f4. And this is actually what's strong. I think this is, yeah, I'll put, this is what I saw and was afraid of. But f4, I think this is what Caius suggested after the game. Because now, if here, I can basically push. They can push, I can push. And I'm gonna queen with check. Basically, I'm queening with check on both of these moves, right? And here, they can try and stop the pawn. Then I can queen, they can take, I can push, they queen, and again I queen with check. So this is like, yeah, if anyone's gonna win it, it's more likely gonna be me, right? So yeah, this is what I failed to see and appreciate. But then also, actually, this moment here, King D2 is also a potential mover, because then on F4, I think this is still working. It's still working. Because basically here you can go for this and lure the king and then push this pawn, right? And again go for check. So this is also winning. So yeah, basically I wasn't able to calculate this, but what I did see, I saw some ghosts, right, of this position, which maybe is not a ghost. Maybe this is actually this is losing, right? So yeah, I think this was my biggest fear. This A5. I mean, I was also yeah. Wait, I write so I think I had a couple minutes, and then with 30 seconds left, and with 30 seconds left, I needed to make a decision on whether to play a takes b4 or not. I knew that f4 was a sure draw, so that's what I went for in the end. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, basically at this moment, yeah, this is ultimately key move, but there was a lot to calculate. Like this d5 was also somehow a little bit scary. Oh no, d5 wasn't a big deal, because then I could just play f4. I think this was I was happy with this. But this capture was a little bit scary, because then we get these similar lines. And actually, what happens here? Is this also the same, where basically we're gonna get this same situation? Probably it's gonna be this idea again, right? So here, queen, take, here, queen, queen. In my calculations, I thought I was too slow here, but again, this idea of promoting one passer to then lure the enemy king onto the back rank, so that the second passer promotes with check, and idea worked out by in my calculations. I thought I was too slow here, but again, this idea worked out. Okay, yeah, I'll leave it there. Yeah, so this is what I'd missed. Actually, in fact, this may even be stronger to pick up the d pawn by force, right? Because this gets to the exact same line, where basically we get this situation and we push and we queen and we queen and we take. Yeah, this is winning. So basically Yeah, this idea of when you've got two passes, you promote one to lower the king onto the back rank and promote the other with check. This is like this is Coven Dvoretsky pawn endgames. So basically, this motif is something that, yeah, I forgot about. Like sometimes I remember, but not when I'm under pressure with very little time, having to make this decision, right? I mean, in this situation, you know, if I didn't, I mean, one thing I also want to get clear is that, you know, in the game I played f4, which means that he just plays this, and then it's just easy draw game. Clearly a draw. The game was agreed to a draw soon after. Yeah, so basically, I mean, you know, you could say that, oh, you know, I missed a chance to win, right, against this 2200. But basically, I also could have lost, right? I could have also lost this. Maybe I wouldn't have played, like, the top moves, and I could have lost, right? So, you know, it's always easy to speak in hindsight about these things. But, yeah, this pawn endgame was really, really tricky. And normally I advocate for my students and myself not to enter pawn endgames unless I have to. And I think the point is that when we had the queen endgame, so we had a queen endgame and then the queen's traded into this pawn endgame, I felt like the queen endgame, it was unclear who was better. And I felt that if I kept the queens on, he might actually be able to outplay me. And I had more chance in this pawn endgame where I felt like I shouldn't be able to lose this than playing on in the queen endgame where I felt like I might get outplayed. Because remember, this guy was number 3 seed, right? This guy was like a 2250, this 2225, right? This Raju. So yeah, I didn't want to get outplayed, so then I opted for the pawn endgame. So with this pawn endgame, it's a very practical kind of decision that you need to make. Why not take the pawn and just wins? Well, I just answered that question, so hope that answered your question. But then he promotes. Aren't you able to stop A and D pawns? That position. So welcome Fernando Pardo to the stream. I haven't seen your name before, so are you a new 1c3 Venom reader, studier? So where was that position? Where I was afraid. This position, right? I feel like this is I'm not promoting first. Or is it the same deal again? Right? Is it the same deal of promoting and we promote first? Surely not. Because now we can give a check, and the point is I don't have a good move. If I take then he promotes and I'm too slow. And I actually lose this endgame. So basically, this position is lost. There's a very famous Dvoretsky chapter where it talks about basically the pawns being here and here, which I think is losing. But if the pawns are here and here, and you've got a king like here, this is winning for black. So like knowing these like patterns, it really helps. It really helps because yeah, you can then evaluate a lot faster because you know certain patterns which are either winning or drawing. But to be honest, I mean, even knowing these patterns, I don't like pawn endgames at all. They're very, very tricky to get right. So I really like to avoid them if I can. And I'd recommend you do the same. It's like you only enter a pawn endgame when you know like 100% sure that you're winning it. Otherwise, then better to avoid. So okay, this starting position as well. Let's actually check out with Engine now. Yeah. Interesting. So actually, King E7, my opponent said that he felt like this was a weak move, but then he actually made a weak move as well. So that's so interesting. So here I was worried about the move King F2 back, but now I can play King E7. And if King G3, King D6, he takes, I come here, He takes. I take. Can he try b4? Interesting. So if he tries b4 and I take. Oh, this is a draw, but at this moment, then king c5. Right, of course. This would be more drawish, right? But king c5, and this is just winning. This is what I was worried about. In fact, I'm completely winning since my king is far more active. Yeah, so interesting, so interesting. So, yeah, actually, this is nothing to worry about. And he said f4 as well is completely winning. But I was worried about b4 here. And it takes a5. And yeah, the point is I've got the same motif. Right? The point being that this same motif of promoting one pawn on the back rank is the game winner here. The idea that I missed. Yeah. So actually, if not for this idea, then it's definitely understandable why I might be afraid. Because it looks like here, the king is actually in the square, and my king isn't. And of course I looked at this idea, but I just felt like somehow it would be too slow. Like, I thought I would always be one tempo too slow. Because it's like, if they go a6, they can basically stop me. And then if I try and go here, I'm still promoting first. I don't know, like, what was wrong with my... Maybe I stopped calculating here and just intuitively felt that white was faster somehow. But, yeah. Don't know how I messed that up. But yeah, king e7. He missed a chance to draw. But yeah, this is really interesting, right? Because ab4, not all of these lines are winning for black, right? So here I have to go b3. And that's so curious how f4 is not winning here. a6, b3. Oh, because they can just keep pushing. I think they can just keep pushing, right? Yeah, so you need to play with yeah, okay. So okay, I'll put note after checking with engine, this is indeed lost. So good evaluation of this resulting endgame position. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, basically, actually, given my calculation of the fact that, yeah, I saw that some of these moves are good for me, but I saw that this a5 was really tricky, and in this position, there's all the chance in the world that at this moment, I don't play f4, which would win me the game, or take on g4, which would win me the game, but instead, I play the move king d6 and lose, right? So this is the thing. I could lose this game. I could lose this game. Yeah. So tricky. So tricky. Oh, what? But this is... Yeah, this is again losing. Here I would need to again go for the same motif. Yeah. most precise. Yeah, this is like some, yeah, crazy endgame. But yeah, I'm glad in a way, like, I made this decision to play f4, because in the past, I would never ever have been able to allow myself to play f4, in the sense that, like, I would have such a strong feeling that I need to just play for the win with a takes b4, but now I can be a bit more calm and composed and say, okay, like, I can't make out whether this is winning or lost, and just settle for f4. Yeah. But yeah, really interesting endgame, right? Yeah, I need to study Dvoretsky to understand these king pawn endgames. I mean, yeah, that's definitely the way to go, but it's still extremely difficult, despite knowing all of these ideas. So, okay, let's take a look at round 2 now. How am I doing, actually, for time? I actually think it might... Oh, is the training already over? I guess I've trained 44 minutes already. Nice. Maybe I'll take a look at one more. Oh yeah, this was interesting. So we got c3, e5. Yeah, so actually my opponent played e5 here. Welcome to Space Lee. Welcome to the stream. We are taking a look at my games from the Leicester Rapidplay, and in short, it was a success. I scored 4 out of 6 in the Open, which is a really good result for me. And yeah, just having a look. So here, he played the move e4. We get this Caracan advance. He went d5. Went e3. Went bishop d6. I went c4. Went c6. And yeah, this is a really interesting game, because I actually got a really bad position. He went for this f5, and this is actually when I went into more Gurgenitsa. Opting for Gurgenitsa style development. So he went knight f6, h4, bishop e6, queen b3. I'm gonna go back in a second and have a look at this. So knight h3, king h8, knight f4, bishop f7, bishop e2, knight d... Oh, didn't mean to highlight that. Knight d7, king f1, a6, king g2, b5, cd, knight b, clever move, which I obviously didn't see, because who sees these kind of tactics? Rook hc1, knight b, knight c, knight takes, bishop takes, queen d1, queen f6. I mean, this guy played great, right? He had like 1800 rapid play, but he's definitely stronger than that. H takes, queen takes, king f1, a5, a3. Yeah, this happened. Wait, what move did I play here? I think I'm missing a move. Ah, wait, no, I'm not missing a move. After... Ah, wait, at this moment he went a5, a3, a4. This is what happened, yeah. Then I went rook c3, went rook f6, and I stopped notating when I was busted. Like, yeah, this move was strong, I remember, because now, basically, my plan was to bring the king to the side of the board, but the problem is there's this move. This is strong. And if my queen moves somewhere, the point is, he's got this, and this is a pin. So this is the kind of stuff that was in the air. And then he played rook h6, and I played rook c5. He went rook h1. Yeah, and in this position, this was actually critical, because he blundered here. Well, he didn't blunder, but he basically played in my opinion, a really bad move, which shows his inexperience. But ultimately, he managed to outplay me to this position. So let's hear some answers in chat. What would you play here? Black to play. I want answers from as many of you as possible. What would you play here for black? I'm gonna get a drink. I was like really hoping for this move in the game. I was really hoping for it, and then he did it. Okay, so no suggestions on chat how black would continue. I mean, in this position, he played bishop c4, which basically forces me to sack. But this is like a dream scenario for me. I mean, like now I'm just down an exchange for a bishop and pawn, and this is, I really think this is a mistake. Like, this is a dream result for me, since now I get my own counterplay. So at this moment, I thought, this is what I thought would happen, in which I felt like I was toast. Yeah, this was my feeling. This h5. You just got back, Faz. Welcome back. I had a nice question for you, but I guess you probably have seen the result now. So this was the moment where basically I felt like black should have, I think, just played the move h5 and just built up pressure. Because I'm really stuck here. I'm really stuck. Yeah, I just thought h5 would be winning. But yeah, let's before we. I mean, actually, do I remember any more of the game? Like it went like this. What did you do now? What did he do now? I have the feeling he played this move. Yeah, he played rook h6. So this is where I stopped notating. Yeah, so rook h6. Yeah, and here I played the move bishop e2, just waiting to see if he wanted to do a little repetition. Not that I was going to necessarily accept the repetition. But yeah, here he actually played the move. I think he played queen f6. And then he played this, which I felt was... I'll put, I was very happy to trade queens, since this would reduce any pressure to my king. Yeah, so I felt like this was also, inaccurate. So I took... Yeah, and how did I manage to put pressure on everything? Yeah, I think I did this. Yeah, and at first I thought I was a genius, right? I thought this I had actually missed rook d5. I thought rook f6 would be forced, in which I have rook a5. Yeah, so he obviously played rook d5. He's not trash. I played rook c3, and then what did he do? Maybe he improved his king. I think he played this. I think he played king g7. I have the feeling he did this. Missing my idea. Yeah, and basically now the pawn was just dropping by force. I think he played like king g6. I took, and then I think he defended like this. So then I simply dropped back. Where did I drop back to? Yeah, I think I went back. Did I go here or here? I don't remember. I think maybe I went bishop c2. And then I think we went h5, something like this. Wait, maybe he played... I think he played something. Something like this happened. Something like this happened. And then, did he save his pawn? I don't remember. Oh, you know what? I think my bishop... Or maybe my bishop was here. I might be able to remember the whole game, actually, because it's... maybe something like this happened. Yeah, and I wanted to put my king on c3. I think this is what happened. Something like this. I defended here. Maybe he went rook here. I went here. He went f4. Something like this. Something like this happened. No, his pawn was protected. Ah, his pawn was protected. So I think this whole time, it was actually the other rook that moved away. At this moment. Instead of rook e8 here, I think it was the other rook. So let's follow that line again. It was a4, rook b8, rook c4, h5. You'll see why it's actually important. a5, king g5, king d2, h4, take, king takes, king c3, rook f8. And I think Safsara was watching this game when it happened. Rook c5. The guy played f4. Okay, so I'll make this the main line. Because, yeah, at this moment, I played the move bishop d1. And I basically was just hoping that, you know, I haven't played a single tactic this whole game. And I was just hoping that he might take. In which I got mate in one. So this was really nice. Welcome JF and Sultan to the stream. King g7 allows bishop c4. Oh, did I make a boo-boo somewhere? He definitely didn't allow me to play bishop c4. Ah, right. Ah, so he must have played rook d6 at this moment. Yeah, I think he played rook d6 here and allowed bishop d1. Yeah, this is exactly what happened. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now this is where king g7 takes king g6. And okay, do we really want to go through all of that one more time? You know what? Yeah, let's just make it clean. Thank you. Thank you, JF, for pointing that out. So I think, yeah, I was king g6 now. Then I went bishop c2, rook d8. But yeah, I want to talk about that final position as well, and then we'll just have a look with the engine. Rook b8, rook c4, h5, a5, king g5, king d2, h4 takes, king c3, rook f8, rook c5, f4, bishop d1 takes and mate. Okay, this is how the game went. Yeah. Yeah, so this was just inaccurate for sure. Probably a mistake. But yeah, this final position, I did think what would happen if he went here. But somehow I was content with my play against this pawn. I'm starting to doubt if this was the exact position. It was definitely something very similar. Something very similar to this. Because here I'm actually a bit concerned about this idea, right? Somehow I thought I would be fast enough to pick up this pawn. So it must be a slightly different position, because here... Because this is just unclear, right? Like in my calculations, this was fast enough. This was fast enough. In actual fact, this final position isn't completely right, because against 47 f3, I had the possibility to eliminate black's e and f pawns. Had black tried to enter with rook g8, rook g2, yeah. Yeah. But okay, this game was really interesting, and actually let me make some more notes first. So so this is just, yeah, Caro-Kann reversed advance variation, and I should probably put that a bit sooner, right, at this moment already, maybe here. Yeah, so opting for Gurgenit to start development. This was my original plan, but I was afraid of f4. This feels scarier without the bad bishop on c1. So like these kind of positions, I mean, like in this 24-hour stream, I was talking about how these kind of advanced variation positions is just like a good French defense where we've traded off this terrifying bishop. But there are some drawbacks of not having this bad bishop, and that is, like, for instance, like plans like this I need to be a bit more careful of. Who was my opponent? This was Jonathan Fowler. So I'll write this here. Yeah, he played really well, I felt. Sneaky bishop d1 indeed, exactly. Also, a pawn runs. Setup by black has to be suspicious. Bishop takes e4, hangs the bishop. Yeah, exactly. So what my point was in this final position, yeah, I had this resource, my bishop, had this from. I remember having this resource. The e pawn was loose. Yeah, so basically, yeah, the rook must have been somewhere slightly different, but the point, like the gist of the game is still the same. So yeah, yeah. So then I opted for this way to play out this position instead. Yeah, and I kind of got everything I wanted. Like I got my king to its good square. I didn't mind this position at all, but the problem is actually, even though I have this superior pawn structure, I've got this strong pawn on d4, and I've got this 2 versus 3 minority attack type of pawn structure. I can play b4, and then eventually challenge this bishop, right? Play bishop d1, bishop b3, and trade off this bishop, and then basically dominate on the c file and attack c6. Like long term, I have a better pawn structure. So maybe I should actually write some of this down. So I felt like I had the better position here, since I could play b4, eventually bishop d1, bishop b3, trade bishops, and either play down the c file, either against the weak c6 pawn or dominate the open file. Yeah, so this was what my plan was, but basically it turns out that with the added bishop on d5, in fact, these plans of attacking my king start to look very scary. Yeah, so I had to start the run, and I wasn't so concerned with this. I felt I wasn't so concerned with this pawn structure, since I could eventually play bishop d1, bishop c2, bishop b1, bishop a2 to trade off black's light squared bishop. So I played rook c3. Why did I play rook c3 in this position? I think I wanted a double on the c file. I think this was simply my plan. Oh, also no, I wanted to give giving breathing space to the queen, and preparing doubling on the c file. Yeah, so then rook f6 was played, king e1. Now I realized my plan to bring my king to the queen side was too slick. King d2 would be a mistake, I believe. Queen c1, rook h6, rook c5, rook h1. Yeah, and then I thought I was busted. Yeah, and I feel like I probably am, but then this was the sneaky bishop d1, as Fred said. I'll put from here, my memory of the exact moves is a little hazy, but the checkmate at the end was the motif that occurred in my game. Yeah, So yeah, this was the final position with this rook h5. So let's actually have a very brief look with engine now, and try and understand, yeah, a little bit more about this position. So went with c4, c6, and g3 here. Yeah. So h4. Actually, this f4 push. Wow, I've got queen h5. But loads of moves are actually working apparently. Even queen b3. No, engine actually suggests many ways for white to play. So queen h5 is one. Queen b3 is another. Knight h3 is even possible. I think this was my main line. This was in fact my main line of calculation. Good night, Safsara. Good games today, and yeah, hope you keep playing the major and keep going up. Soon to play in the open. How long does your course take to go through? That's a good question. I honestly have no clue. I have no clue how long it takes. I also realized, guys, that I want to upload an episode today for Chess Lifestyle, and I realize it's 11:55 already. I'm just so used to the 24-hour stream kind of vibes that I feel like, I could just go on for another few hours and just keep analyzing. But to be honest, I actually think that I should probably sleep as well. And as much as I could go on for another 5 hours and analyze all of these games to death, I think I will save it for tomorrow. So I think on that note, guys, I am gonna call it a day. These positions are so interesting, right? Which is why, like, I feel like, even if you can't notate the whole game in even rapid tournaments, it depends what you're really after. Like, if you really care about rapid rating, then maybe you don't want to notate and you want to optimize like your playing strength, right, by not being distracted in any way, shape, or form. But okay, if you're an experienced player, you're very used to writing down the moves. It's not really much of a distraction for me, and I get this benefit of being able to analyze my games from a really critical, competitive environment, right? So this is definitely worth my time, basically. When will you be on tomorrow? Faz, I literally have no clue. Like it's literally whenever I feel like it, whenever I have time. Like, I've got some lessons tomorrow as well, so it's just kind of when I can fit it in. So yeah, no idea. But at some point, I will, and yeah, maybe actually I will continue analyzing these games. Maybe I'll do something else. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Queen b3 attracts you the most. Queenside castle's pressure on d5 also looks very appealing. I see. Aha. With pressure on d5 plus queenside castling options. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try and explore this. I mean, this f4 push, I know is definitely not a thing normally with a bishop on c1, but here it might be, but I guess it's not, right? And queen h5 is even apparently good. I didn't evaluate this. I mean, I actually looked at this. But but definitely didn't consider this to be plus 0.7. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's been long. But yeah, have a good night, guys, and yeah, we'll play today, Faz, as well. And I'll definitely check out your message on Ponziani Ghost about your game with Caius. But yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Adios.